Hello friends, Paul here. Today, let's talk about something that affects very many people, emotional eating, and how meditation can help. If you've ever turned to unhealthy foods during difficult times, then you're not alone. In fact, studies show that 40% of people overeat or eat unhealthy foods during times of stress. I've been fortunate to work with many people who have challenges with emotional eating, and I've seen the profound changes that somatic meditation can bring. For instance, one of my clients, Joan, lost 37 pounds and completely transformed her relationship with food through somatic meditation. I'm so proud of her. Today, I'm going to share how you can do exactly the same thing. If that sounds good, remember to subscribe and let's begin. Now, before we dive in, let's explore what somatic meditation is and why it is so powerful for emotional eating. So, unlike traditional forms of meditation, which often focus on the mind, somatic meditation invites us to tune into the body. It connects us with deeper physical sensations, helping us notice and process emotions without judgment. It's an approach that is rooted in both mindfulness and compassion, and it draws on both ancient wisdom and modern psychology. As you might already know, emotional eating is what happens when we use food as a way to cope with difficult emotions such as stress or sadness or anxiety. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that emotional eating can quickly become a habit because certain foods, and especially sugary or fatty foods, activate the brain's reward system. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, which also increases cravings for comfort foods. Over time, it all becomes a bit of a vicious cycle. Stress leads to eating, eating leads to guilt, guilt leads to stress, and so on. We need to stop that cycle, and one way in which we can do that is by practicing somatic meditation, which will help with our reactions to cravings and with our emotional balance. Now, somatic meditation, as I mentioned, is rooted both in traditional Eastern tradition and philosophy, as well as in modern science. For instance, ancient texts such as the Tao Te Ching emphasize the importance of connecting with the body. Lao Tzu once said, "The body is a river and the mind is a cloud." Like a river, the body continuously flows, processing experiences and adapting. And the mind, like a cloud, allows emotions to drift in and out. It's a temporary and ever-changing thing. And so Lao Tzu reminds us that emotions and cravings don't define or control us. They pass just as rivers flow and clouds float through the sky. Modern neuroscience backs this up. Studies show that somatic awareness, that is, being in tune with physical sensations, activates the insula, which is a part of the brain that helps regulate emotions. By focusing on the body through somatic meditation, we can process feelings more effectively, reducing impulsive reactions, which includes reducing emotional eating. When you practice somatic meditation, you're strengthening the connection between mind and body. You learn to identify triggers, understand body signals, and respond mindfully instead of reaching for a cookie. Now, let's talk about precisely how somatic meditation helps with emotional eating. So here's an example. Let's say you feel stressed because you had a long day and it was a bad day, and suddenly you crave a snack. Now, if you've been practicing somatic meditation, instead of immediately reacting to that feeling, that craving, you're able to pause and say, hey, what is this that I'm feeling? Oh, it's just a physical sensation. I don't need to react to that physical sensation. I can just allow it to exist without bothering me. Therefore, I don't need to satisfy it by eating. One study that was published in Appetite magazine found that mindfulness practices, including somatic meditation, significantly reduce emotional eating by increasing awareness of our internal cues. That means that you'll notice those impulses sooner, be less affected by them, and therefore more in control. So let me recap just some of the benefits that you're going to get by practicing somatic meditation for just 10 to 15 minutes per day. Firstly, it will improve emotional regulation. You'll learn to process emotions without having to turn to food. It will reduce your cravings. Cravings are communicated via bodily sensations. When you're more consciously aware of those bodily sensations, you are more in control. It will also build mindful awareness. You'll start to understand what triggers you, what leads you to eat, so that you can avoid those things. And so, and one other thing, it's really going to change your entire relationship with food. Over time, you'll replace eating to satiate emotions or to calm emotions with eating mindfully. So that sounds pretty good. How exactly do we do somatic meditation? Well, as usual, here I'm going to lead you through the basic instructions for somatic meditation. And if you would like to do somatic meditation in a longer session, I have a guided version on thedailymeditation.com, or you can join me for private lessons on thedailymeditation.com. So here's how to do somatic meditation. First, you're going to want to find a comfortable position. As always, you can sit in a chair or lie down. Either way is perfectly fine. Begin by focusing on your breath. You're just using your breath to calm your mind, making sure that you feel a bit of inner peace before you continue to the next step. Next, you're going to begin to do a bit of a body scan. You're going to bring your awareness to the crown of your head and then gradually scan down your body, just observing what you notice, observing sensations around your body, feelings, things like the temperature or texture of your body and so on. Then begin to focus a bit more inwardly. Notice your organs. Notice your inner energy, just observing without judgment what's occurring beneath the surface, as though you're going under the waves into the ocean of the body. And as usual with meditation, we want to do this without judgment. So we're simply allowing the physical sensations of the body to occur without reacting to them in any way. And that, in a nutshell, is what somatic meditation is all about. Just tuning in to the body without reacting to it. And it's very important because, as I mentioned, those cravings for food all occur as physical sensations. So when you learn to not react to physical sensations, you then don't feel the need to go and emotionally eat. Now, all of that might have sounded a bit easy. Let me assure you there will be some challenges, and of course, as a meditation teacher, one of my primary responsibilities is helping you overcome those challenges. So let me lead you through some of the most common challenges that my clients face when doing somatic meditation to help with emotional eating. Firstly, you might have gotten used to your physical sensations immediately triggering actions. So for instance, you notice a craving, you immediately eat. That's not going to change overnight. You will need to be consistent in your practice. The more you practice somatic meditation, the less immediate your reaction to those physical sensations will be. The more you'll be able to just pause and say, no, this is just a craving. I don't need to respond to this. But it will take a little bit of time, and I think that it's important that we acknowledge that. It's fine, it's very well worth investing that time, but let's just be aware that it will take a bit of time for us to achieve results. Next, there will be times when you go through stress, and at the beginning, you probably will continue to eat something. That's fine. If you're going through a really bad day and you just fancy a donut, go and have a sodding donut. You're not training for the Olympics. It's very important to be compassionate with yourself. And so if you're training to overcome emotional eating and you're doing your meditation once a day, but then you have a really bad day and you're like, you know what, sod it, I just want a flipping donut, go and have a donut. You can get back to it tomorrow. That being said, consistency is key. So even if you have that donut, also meditate on the same day. You want to meditate every single day. And generally with my clients, I've noticed that it takes maybe like 3 weeks to have a really profound change in our relationship with food. So be consistent, meditate every single day for 10 to 20 minutes per day. And with consistency, within about 3 weeks, you'll start to notice some big changes. Now, if you would like my personalized support with this, I would be absolutely honored to guide you. In my private meditation lessons, we can explore somatic meditation and other meditations that will help with emotional eating. Together, we'll create a meditation plan that is tailored to your individual needs. And you'll learn to master meditation and to use it to achieve your goals. I hope you've enjoyed this chat. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Any questions at all, just leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.